7. Green flag in the air. It's Persky, Lewis, Kyle Armstrong, Josh Parker, and Joe Chin.
Yeah, Brian Persky leading the last couple of laps. He stayed out under yellow, of course, to gain the lead. He's been hanging back about 20th position or so, just kind of riding along. 167 laps. You don't really need to wear the stuff out. So figuring about lap 50, he's going to stay out and kind of see what he's got for some of these front-running contenders for later on in the race. He's going to get passed here now by the number 6 of Alan Lewis as he works away out of turn number 4.
Alan Lewis to the inside. He'll make the pass on Brian Persky, and my goodness, Alan just talked about it, how much trouble it is to get by somebody on the inside, and we just seen a classic example of that. Alan Lewis with fresh tires, Persky with older tires, but Lewis still struggled to get around him, but he did make the pass. It's now the 81 of Josh Parker, and I tell you what, Josh Fredericks, I've seen the 81 and the 6 work together many a night here on sim racing broadcast on different stations and everything. And right now, that's exactly what's happened as the 6 of Alan Lewis has went topside. Josh Parker, though, trying to tag along behind him. And don't look now, here comes that 9 truck of Thomas Hazard. He's right up there in the mix once again, and he had a little damage.
Yeah, Thomas involved in the second or third to last incident there, but as you mentioned, Parker and Lewis having a little bit of a team communication there. You heard Lewis during the interview there saying that Parker was talking to them. They got their own private channel, so they are talking to each other during the race. So a little bit of team communications going on there, trying to figure out how they can get themselves up to the top 2 spots as Persky now in between the two as Hazard actually now just makes the pass outside of Parker in the 81. Parker's going to come back down the inside of Thomas Hazard as they work their way out of turn number 2.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you how professional all these races here are at the Boss Racing Texas 250 tonight. We had an incident a while ago between the 9 of Thomas Hazard and the 20 of Andy Telgenhoff. And Andy Telgenhoff, being the class act that he was, knew he got into the back of Hazard. He penalized himself and put himself at the back of the pack. So Telgenhoff having to work his way from the back of the pack. He's back up to the 15th spot. Andy Telgenhoff back on the move. But the guy I'm impressed with, Josh, is that 9 truck of Thomas Hazard, because he waylaid the wall a while ago and done major damage to the back end of that truck, but he's actually running a little bit faster now than he was then. So Thomas Hazard up to the 3rd spot. He's got all over the back bumper of the truck of Brian Persky right in front of him. But the sensation, the Bluegrass Bandit, Alan Lewis, your leader, currently in the 6th truck, out front as we complete lap 56.
Well, as you mentioned, Hazard running fairly well right now for that damaged truck. Possibly when he hit the wall, knocked a little bit of sheet metal off, making it a little bit lighter, so he's able to get around the racetrack here in Fort Worth, Texas, just a little bit faster in that Vortec truck. As they're working 3 wide, just about 3 wide, I guess. It was 2 wide. Somebody wanted to shove it 3 wide, but they didn't quite do it. Josh Parker's going to get a run on Brian Persky as they work their way out of turn number 4 and through that little tri-oval there. As Persky's going to have a little bit of run going down into 1, but Parker's going to shove his nose in there and try to see what he can do.
Josh, the bottom side is not really where you want to be. It's harder to make the pass, as we've heard from Alan Lewis, but Josh Parker sure is trying to make it work. Josh Parker in that 81 machine, he'll stick it down low. Lewis and Persky up high as Parker, and he's got help from A.J. Wood in the 75 truck. Here they come up through the field. Contact hard. Truck spinning across the start-finish line. Yellow flag out. Major wreck, Josh Frederick.
Yeah, as you mentioned before, number 20 of Alan Telgenhoff putting himself to the back from that incident he had with Thomas Hazard. Not going to be very happy, as he was one of the trucks that went spinning, and a number of them involved again, as you see the number 73 there of Ron Larkin Jr. backing out of the way. A lot of damage to that machine, as not a lot of these guys are going to be happy. And Matt's putting up the replay to kind of show you what happened there, and kind of a big cluster coming out of 4. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Big cluster, as you said, as we have trucks stopping on the track, waiting for the pace truck. And Matt, you've got the replay ready. Tell us what happens to the 20 of Andy Telgenhoff.
It was a little more than the 20. You're going to watch it in slow motion here. You're going to see the 68 gets around. He gets a little tap from the 53, and the 20 gets around. Look at the 68, almost airborne. Thank God for the roof flaps play out here, and then you'll see exactly what happens. All the trucks behind them get a piece of this wreck, and it's a tough break for a lot of trucks out there getting a piece of it. 8 gets a pretty good piece. The 68, 20, So a lot of trucks around. And see the 73, one of the Larkins down there. I always had a good appearance here in the All-RTV races, but struggling a little bit tonight in the trucks.
Well, once again, we said it, Matt and Josh, as close quarters racing as it is, one truck goes around, and it's just like a miniature Daytona or Talladega. They're locked in. It's a pit stops are the name of the game right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's caution fly for the 8th time this evening as Matt Racing Kid Thomas once again gets our replay ready. We'll find out exactly what happened, as the 11 of Rance Brown, we're being told, could have been involved in this altercation, but we'll see as when Matt Racing Kid Thomas cues up that replay for us. Matt, show us what happened.
Yeah, we're going to watch this number 11. We saw him get a self-spin before, but now he's going to get a little help. Actually clips the grass going down through the tribal. Oh, we've seen this before. Through the pace truck, into the barrier, and watch this. He's going to get spun like a top right in turn number 1. Oh my, the 68 just nowhere to go and just buries the 11 into the corner. I'd have to say the 68 is going to make a trip to the medical center after that one, and I don't think the 11 truck's going to have much left either.
Once again, Matt, great safety work done with Bruton Smith and the boys here at Texas Motor Speedway and these Boz racing engineers. They put together some safe trucks, and that's what we're all about, is safety. And as the pit stops start to work through, once again, everybody on pit road